Hello people of YouTube, my name is Emma McCarthy and I'm going to be your favourite pop princess and your girl best friend. I have been a small artist for quite a while now. I have released 8 singles, soon to be 9, literally next week. I have done so many gigs. I've done a headline gig, I've done a festival, I regularly post over on social media. I post on TikTok a daily series called Becoming Emma McCarthy, and this is basically me documenting my life going from a nobody to a pop star. And this series has literally been going on for over 400 days straight and I haven't missed a single day. I work full time, but I really want to be a full-time pop star. That is the goal, the dream, and that is where we will get to one day. And even if you don't know the name Emma McCarthy right now, one day you won't be able to avoid my name. I will be selling out academies, I will be on all of the radio stations, I will be up for awards, I will be a famous pop princess, and I don't really know how I'm going to do it yet, but we definitely will. Opinions there. Look, so I've been doing a lot of content over on social media platforms like TikTok and things, but I've never actually gone into the world of YouTube. It's something I've been thinking about for a few months now, and I thought, you know what? Why not? What have I got to lose? I really enjoy posting my content over on TikTok, and I want to do more long form content. I think it'll be really fun. I like talking to camera videos. I like showing my process as a full-time person who is trying to pursue a crazy ambition. And I want to just connect with people. I want to grow my fan base, grow my audience, meet you guys, get you guys in the Discord, and just create a really nice Emma McCarthy community. Aww. And if you are here today, then you are really here at the very start of a whole journey, because even though I've been a small artist for quite a few years now, I'm still teeny tiny. And I mean, I have just over 1,000 Instagram followers. My monthly listeners, I think, are currently on 35. I have a TikTok account that's on just over 1,000, one that's about 250. So these, in music industry language, are really tiny minuscule numbers, and I'm so grateful for every single person who has streamed one of my songs, who is following me on any of these platforms. But I really just want to grow and get bigger, become a bigger artist, get more listeners of my music, spread more good music out there, spread good content out there, and just create something that's really special. So I thought it seemed only fitting, as the first ever YouTube video on the Emma McCarthy account, that we do a little introduction and get to know me video. So hello everyone, my name is Emma. This is my logo, in case it wasn't obvious. Ta-da! I was born down in Sussex, but I have lived in a lot of places in the UK. I grew up quite a lot in Shropshire. I also grew up a lot in Devon as well. My mum and dad still live in Devon, so I'm very lucky because I go and see them really regularly, and Devon is still a massive part of my life. I also grew up in Gloucestershire because I went to the University of Gloucestershire, where I did performing arts. Now, before I went to uni, I was doing all of the arts that you could do back in school. You know them really annoying kids who were in every school musical? I was one of them. I was in the school musicals, I did the dance classes, I did Stagecoach alongside schooling, and yeah, I really loved it. I really loved from a really young age. I loved performing. When I was dead young, I didn't really know I wanted to be a performer. I actually was a really shy person, and my dad took me to a ballet class 3 times. And did I dance? Nope, no I didn't. I just sat on his toes at the back of the class. This happened 3 times, people. 3 times my poor dad took me, and then they all go in the middle and they're all off in little tutus doing their little ballet things and mingling as people do and pointing toes. Nope, I was not in that group. I was in the back corner, sat on my dad's toes, too scared to go and join him. Aww. So the fact now I am a singer-songwriter and have a degree in performing arts, it's quite baffling. Can't speak. It's quite baffling, really. This is my formal online apology to my dad. Thank you so much for taking me to the ballet classes. Sorry I didn't participate. I love dancing now, if that's any constellation. Constellation, not constellation, that's the stars. We're gonna move on. So anyway, I did loads of stuff at school to do with the arts and performing because I just loved it. I did drama at GCSE, I did performing arts at GCSE, and then I went on to do them for A-level as well, which caused a whole argument with my head of sixth form. And as I say, I was quite a shy kid. I really hate confrontation even now. And I had to have a sit-down meeting with the head of sixth form, and she sat down with me and was like, we don't really allow people to take 2 art subjects. You're going to have to pick something else because it's all your eggs in one basket. What if you don't go on to do it? And I just held my ground and I said, but I know I'm going to go on to do it. And she was like, yeah, but you need options. What if it doesn't work out? And I just, oops, my logo. And I just backed it. And I just said, it will. And it's more likely to not work out if you don't let me pick the options I want to. because I'm not going to get the training I need and learn the skills I need to pursue it if you limit me. So I really had to fought my case, and I was the first one in that sixth form to be allowed to take 2 subjects in the arts, both drama and performing arts. If you listen to this, head of sixth form as well, hi. So it kind of worked out in the end, and I actually now regularly perform on stage, and I have a little fan base, and I went on to be a singer-songwriter. And when I'm not being a singer-songwriter, I work full-time as a live technical event assistant. So I basically do sound engineering and AV engineering and stage management, and I'm learning how to do lighting, and a lot of that is because I did drama, performing arts, and then did it at uni. So I was true to my word. See guys, anything I say, I stay true to my word. So I've pinky promised you guys I'm going to be a famous pop star. And that's going to happen because I mean my words. So we had our argument with the head of sixth form. I got allowed to take drama and performing arts. After that, I went to do performing arts at university. And at this point, I knew I wanted to be a performer. I didn't really know what kind. And if I'm honest, I think I was probably going to go down the West End musical theatre route. I love musical theatre. I loved it then. I still love it now. A lot of my training and roots are actually in musical theatre, even though I now do pop music and I've done indie music and stuff. I still love musical theatre, and I went to university with that in mind, did my degree, and by the end of it actually went, you know what, I really love singing and songwriting, and I want to be my own artist. I would love to be on the West End, don't get me wrong, but this is the path I think that's meant for me. This is where my heart lies now. I had the best time at university. I had amazing lecturers. They were so informative. They put so much time and energy into every single person on my course. And my course was relentless. We did so much performing, which was great. I hear a lot about uni courses where you get not a lot of contact hours and you're in uni maybe 2-3 days a week. We were in every day, and if you weren't doing a course every day, there was dance classes to attend, there was choir to attend, there was so much going on, and I learned so many skills which I'm still using every day to this day, and it's really shaped me to become the singer that I have become, really. As part of university, I had to do a dissertation, and I based mine on music, and I did a really clever thing for my dissertation. I actually used people in the music industry, and I went over to Birmingham and I interviewed loads of people from the Birmingham music scene. So I interviewed people who were on the radio, I interviewed a record label that I did my placement with for placement module, I interviewed a band from Birmingham. I just started to sow the seeds, get a bit of a network, because it's not about what you know, guys, it's always about who you know. Fast forward to the end of university, and sadly COVID hit, which was a real bummer, and I had to go back to Devon. I finished university and I spent COVID down with my mum and dad, and as soon as COVID had lifted, I thought I need to pursue my dreams, and I moved on my own to Birmingham, not really knowing anybody. I just took this massive risk, moved about 4 hours away to a place I really don't know with people I don't really know, and my only goal I had was I want to be a musician, I want to be a singer, I want to be gigging, I want to get a fan base, and it's not going to happen if I just stay safe and stay in Devon. And that's not to slander Devon at all. I get asked this question loads, like people are always like, how could you move from Devon to Birmingham? What a silly move, Devon's beautiful. And it is. I'm so lucky that I grew up there. I'm so lucky that I go back now because my mum and dad still live there. But it wasn't for me, because for me, there isn't enough of a music scene. There is a music scene, it's quite small. I believe there's one in Plymouth, there's one in Torquay. However, as I wanted to grow and become an artist, I thought there is not enough chances to get gigs around here. If I got gigs elsewhere, say in Manchester or Liverpool or London, you're hours away from everything, because it's literally in the tiny corner in the southwest of England. So that would be an extortionate train fare. It would take hours. You probably would have to hotel for the night. It just wasn't feasible. So there was a lot of reasons why I chose to move to Birmingham, and it really helped the fact that I did my networking in my dissertation. So I moved to Birmingham, and I have been here ever since. It definitely was the right choice to do. It was really hard, and I still get a bit of post-imposter syndrome talking about it. I think it's crazy that I did the move, really. I'm not this big outrageous character. I'm not full of confidence and things. I am quite shy at heart, but I just had to go because I'd rather move here and try and do my music dreams than stay in Devon, stay safe, and think, what if I hadn't moved to the city? What if I could have been a pop star? And I just bottled it. And we didn't bottle it, and we're here. And since moving to Birmingham, we've released so many singles. I've been to so many amazing gigs. I have performed at so many amazing gigs. I've been asked to do a festival. I've grown a fan base. We have a Discord. There is so much going on in my life up here, and I'm really, really proud, to be honest. So I've briefly mentioned what I've achieved since being in Birmingham, and a lot of what we have achieved has happened this year. It's been a crazy year in the Emma McCarthy world. I performed with an artist called Better Joy. She's amazing, she's so good, and she's about to completely blow up. She's just been announced as the tour support for Bastille, which is insane. I'm so happy for her. I've also been lucky enough to support Courtney Hadwin. So Courtney Hadwin is crazy big in America. She was on America's Got Talent. She then did the best of the best version of America's Got Talent as well, where she came second because she was that good. I've obviously seen her live because I was her support, and she was just phenomenal. Just such a crazy vocal range. She was just absolutely killer. And it was a joy to be her support. I can't believe that little old me, who sat on my very minimal Spotify monthly listeners and very minimal social media platforms, I can't believe that I got that opportunity, and I got basically handpicked for it according to her team as well, which is really, really cool, and it filled me with loads of confidence. So that's a really cool thing that happened this year. I also played my first festival. I got asked to play Britfest, and there were some amazing people on the lineup as well, such as UB40. So there was these huge names, and then once again little old Emma was there as well. So we're getting there. It's slow and it's steady, but it's happening, people. We are getting there. I released a song called Insomniac in February, and I'm releasing a brand new song very, very soon as well. It's going to be called Petty. It should be out on the 17th of November. I normally release more music, but I had a massive gap in the middle of the year where I wasn't able to do a lot of music stuff, like record demos and go to the studio, because I actually moved house this year as well. So that took a lot of time. It took a lot of meetings with various legal people on various Zoom platforms and running to banks and stuff to get various statements. So that took a large part of my time as well. So yes, it's only the second single of the year, but normally we are pushing out more music, and there'll be more music soon. I'm always writing, I'm always getting demos done. My notes app is literally at about 150, I think. My voice notes app is also crazy high because I just seek inspiration from anything. I get inspired by anything, and I love to write. I love to write and get feelings down and things. So yeah, lots more music coming your way soon. The music I used to have a much more indie slant. I really love my indie music. As much as I'm a pink pop princess, I still do really love indie. One of my biggest inspirations is Sam Fender. I think he's amazing. I think he as a person is great. I think his lyrics are absolutely stunning. I just really look up to the guy, and I have a lot of time for indie music, but I then transitioned and decided I wanted to do more indie pop, and then that led more into full-on pop, and that's why I think I sit the best. It's where my heart and passion is really nowadays. I still love the older, slightly more indie stuff, and I'm sure I'll write some stuff which falls in the more indie category as well some days, who knows. But for now, we are very solid in the pop genre. My biggest inspirations are Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo and Tate McRae. All three of them are just insane. I've been lucky enough to see two of them. I've never seen Olivia Rodrigo. I have to tick her off my list one day because she's insane. Sabrina Carpenter I saw at Summertime Ball, and she was amazing. She was incredible, and this was just before she completely blew up as well. And I saw Tate McRae on her Miss Possessive World Tour, and that was just, once again, amazing. I'm saying the word amazing a lot, but these three girls are just absolutely incredible. I really look up to them in how they perform, how they write their songs and everything. And a lot of my my music sonically takes notes from theirs as well. So if you like them three artists, you're probably going to like my stuff. So why YouTube? Well, I'm here today because I think it's a really clever idea to be a small artist documenting my own journey in the form of various vlogs and videos and putting it out on YouTube, building a fan base, growing an audience, and showing you guys what I'm like as a person. I really like talking to camera. I really like doing things like live streams. I do live streams on Twitch and TikTok live as well. Some of the highlights of the streams I'm sure I'll put on my YouTube soon. But yeah, I really like this content producing kind of vibe, and I think a lot of artists shy away from it. And I think I could really use this to be a really clever niche. There's a lot of people who want to be content creators, there's a lot of people who want to be artists, but there's not a lot of people who kind of want to do both. I'd love to be a famous YouTuber and make content and make vlogs and videos and everything. And obviously I really want to be a pop princess as well. And I think I can really find a clever way to merge the two and create this community and this audience and have something that's fresh and hasn't really been done before. There are some people obviously doing it. You've got the likes of James Marriott, who has been there and done that, but he started more down a content route and then went on to music, as did Arthur Hill. Both of them guys I think are great, by the way. And yeah, they started off with content and then navigated into music, where I'll be doing it at the angle of tying in both. I'm already singing and gigging and releasing music, so let's make some content and let's make them merge, you know what I'm saying? And it's also for fun as well. I really enjoy this, as I say, and I really just know that there is something I can build that's going to be really great via YouTube, and I really have to try it. And you know, once I want to try something, I have to do it, hence why I've moved to Birmingham, hence why I made sure that I took both my A-levels, drama and performing arts. When I have a gut feeling about something, I'm normally right, and I really think there could be something really strong here with this YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys agree. Hopefully you guys become Emma Ems. Emma Ems is the official title for the Emma McCarthy fan base, as decided quite a few months ago now in the Discord, which I have. I'll put a link below. Make sure you join the Discord. It's a lovely community. We share pets. I love how that's my first one. We share pets. We share pets. We chat. We congratulate each other. Like, there's a tab in it called celebrations, because I hate the idea that sometimes you get something you really want to celebrate, whether it's a birthday or you've done really well in a job interview and you've got no one to really share that news to. So you know that if you have a good piece of news, if you put that in the chat, that you've got all these people in this Discord who are gonna be so happy for you and root for you and be really happy to hear your good news. Speaking of the Discord, I can't believe I haven't mentioned this already. This year we also put on our own headline gig independently, which is really hard. And what I mean by that is when you go to a gig, there's normally a person called a gig promoter, and they're in charge of all the behind the scenes stuff, such as making sure there's a sound engineer, making sure there's a ticket link that's live, sorting out set times, sorting out support, sorting out all that really. Well, I decided that I was going to do the gig on my own. So I just booked the venue, I dry hired the venue, I paid for the venue, I booked all my supports, I got all the tech requirements, I hired in a lighting engineer because I wanted it to look amazing. And this whole gig was just something I fully put on my own. It was at the Sunflower Lounge in Birmingham. I really wanted to sell it out. It didn't sell out, but I tell you what, guys, people can vouch for this. It was so full. It was absolutely packed. I'm just a team of one. It's just me. I don't have a band. I don't have a manager. I don't have millions of friends in Birmingham because I'm still quite new to the area. I just did it all on my own, and I can't believe how well it turned out. I put so much thought in behind the gig as well. I'll probably do a separate video on it because there were so many little details. Like, you know, when you walk in and in between acts there's music? Well, I made it so the music was a playlist, which was a collaborative one. So if you were in the Discord and you were going to the gig, I thought, why should I choose what music you want to listen to? You guys should pick. It's your gig, it's your night. I want you guys to have fun. So we had this collaborative playlist and everyone was chipping in music that they wanted to hear in between the acts and stuff. And it worked really, really well. The people in the Discord came, which was insane. And it was so wholesome because people knew of each other in the Discord and then met in real life at the gig. Some people travelled as far as the north of England. So someone even came from Scotland as well. People were talking about what hotels they were staying in. That was another moment where I got proper imposter syndrome. Like, wow, I actually feel, for the first time in quite a while, like an actual fully grown pop star. And I'm really proud. You won't even realise what you're missing when I'm busy kissing someone else's. Once our YouTube grows and we have more of a fan base, more of a following and more of an audience, we can put on more gigs like that. I would love to do that again, whether that's in Birmingham again, in London, in Manchester, in a bigger venue. I just really want to grow and share my music, share my content, and just get Emma McCarthy out there because I've put so much work into this and I just love it, and I hopefully that authenticity and love comes across on the screen you're watching on right now. So I'm going to leave it there. Make sure you follow all my social medias for updates. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for the next videos. There is going to be quite a lot of videos. As I say, I do live stream as well, so follow the social media so you don't miss when I go live on Twitch. Make sure you follow the Instagram. Make sure you join the Discord. The Discord is the place that hears all the news firsthand. So if there's a new single, if there's a cover art that's dropping for it, that's where I hang out and we all chat about things in there. So make sure you guys do all that. But thank you for getting to the end of this video. Thank you for watching and being here on our brand new journey. We've done a lot of journeys in our music career, but this is something we have never done before. Thank you guys for being here for the first ever video. The first one is always the scariest. I can't wait to get this out there though, to really start this journey because I've got high hopes for it. I've got a good gut feeling about this, and mark my words, Emma McCarthy will be a famous pop princess one day. Trust me, Emma Ems. See you in the next video. Love you all. Goodbye.